Have you ever wondered if there's more to reality than what meets the eye? Have you ever sensed, deep within, that there's a hidden world just beyond your ordinary perception, one that can only be glimpsed through the veil of your own consciousness? What if the key to unlocking this deeper reality lies within you, waiting patiently for you to discover it? What if the secret to seeing beyond the limitations of this physical world is not in what you can see with your eyes, but in what you can sense with your soul? Imagine for a moment if there were a portal within you, a doorway to realms beyond time, space, and form. Would you be willing to open it? Would you dare to peer into the mysteries that lie just beyond the surface of your daily experience? This journey we are about to embark on is not one of physical travel, but an exploration into the very core of your being. It's an inward journey, a pilgrimage into the hidden realms of consciousness that exist within each of us, yet remain so often unnoticed. We will explore the third eye, that ancient and mystical center of perception, intuition, and higher awareness. The third eye, often symbolized as the Ajna chakra in ancient yogic wisdom, is thought to be the seat of inner vision. This ethereal eye, not bound by the physical limits of sight, allows us to perceive dimensions that the material world can't reach. But how do we awaken it? How do we pierce the veil of illusion and see the world as it truly is, beyond the confines of duality and separation? And what do we do with the insights we receive when the portal is opened? These are the questions that will guide us as we begin to explore the rich, deep mysteries of the third eye and its potential to unlock profound spiritual wisdom. But before we venture further, let's pause for a moment and consider. Can you feel the stirring within you? The subtle calling of something greater? Perhaps something hidden, waiting for you to notice? Do you feel a pull, as if this journey, this exploration of the inner realms, is not just a passing thought, but a profound invitation to connect with the deepest parts of your soul? In many spiritual traditions, the third eye is seen as a doorway to higher dimensions of existence, dimensions where time collapses, where space dissolves, and where the illusion of separation is lifted. Some call it the seat of the soul. Others call it the inner oracle. It is a place where the mundane world falls away, and what remains is an infinite landscape of consciousness, where truth is not taught, but realized. The question then becomes, what happens when we open this inner eye? What do we see? The answers may not come immediately, and they may not be clear in the traditional sense of the word, but there is a deep knowing, a feeling that resonates through your being. The moment you begin to engage with this deeper part of yourself, a kind of cosmic remembering takes place. You awaken to a truth that is ancient, timeless, and universal. This is not a truth of the mind. It is a truth of the soul. As we delve deeper into this exploration, consider this. What if everything you have ever sought in the outer world, love, peace, fulfillment, wisdom, has always been within you? What if the answers to your deepest questions are not out there in the world, but within the vast inner realms of your own consciousness? We may spend our lives chasing after external validations, looking for answers in the material world, but the real answers are buried deep in the folds of our own soul. Have you ever felt this tug? This intuition that perhaps, just perhaps, the world around you is not the only world there is? Can you imagine that there is another reality, one that exists just beyond the limits of your current perception? In this sacred space, where the ordinary world fades into the background, we will seek to touch that higher dimension. We will explore the mysteries of the third eye, guiding you step by step to a deeper understanding of this powerful, yet subtle force within you. I hope, as we take this journey together, I invite you, fellow seeker, to ask yourself, what if the third eye is not a gift for only a few chosen ones, but a latent power within every single human being? What if it is simply waiting for you to acknowledge it and begin to use it? Stay with me, and let's take the first steps into the unknown. Together, we will awaken the sacred eye within and begin to explore the realms of inner sight and spiritual vision. Let's begin this journey into the inner world and let the third eye guide the way. Let us begin with the most fundamental question. What is the third eye? Imagine for a moment that there is an eye within you, not one that you can see with your physical sight, but one that perceives a deeper layer of reality. This is the third eye, often called the ajna in ancient Sanskrit, meaning command or perception. It is the seat of inner vision, the space where intuitive insight is born, and where the mysteries of the unseen world become clear. The third eye is traditionally associated with the pineal gland, a small, pea-sized organ located deep within the brain. Though modern science still has much to learn about this mysterious gland, it has long been recognized in mystical traditions as the spiritual organ, or the gateway to higher consciousness. But how does one awaken this eye? How do we access this hidden world within? To awaken the third eye is to open ourselves to an entirely new level of perception. It is to shift from seeing with the physical eyes to seeing with the eyes of the soul. But before this can happen, there is a need for intention, a quiet, focused desire to see beyond what the ordinary senses allow. Take a moment now, dear seeker, to consider this. Have you ever had a moment of knowing when something inside you just felt true, even though no logical explanation could explain it? Perhaps it was an intuitive feeling that guided you in a moment of uncertainty, or a sudden flash of insight that illuminated a path forward. These are glimpses of the third eye in action. Have you tried exploring the house of your mind and finding nothing but draft? Such moments are vulnerable, and you inevitably respond in the same way. To awaken the third eye, we must first quiet the chatter of the mind. Just as the sky must be clear of clouds for us to see the stars, our consciousness must be clear of distractions in order to access the deeper realms of insight. This takes practice, through meditation, breath work, or simple moments of stillness. In meditation, you might find that as you focus on the space between your brows, the location of the third eye, you begin to feel a gentle pressure or tingling sensation. It's subtle, but it's there, as if the third eye is stretching its wings after a long sleep. With time and dedication, this sensation deepens, and you may begin to sense a light that emanates from within. Reflect on this. What would it be like if you could trust this inner vision completely? If you could surrender to the guidance that arises from this higher source, free from the limitations of fear or doubt? Your journey into the inner realms has just begun. The third eye, like an ancient door, only opens when you show up with the right intention and willingness to listen. It requires patience and trust, but the reward is nothing less than a deep connection to your own divine wisdom. Now that we've begun to awaken the third eye, we must understand that this inner vision doesn't simply reveal a single truth. It unveils layers upon layers of reality that were once hidden from our view. Picture this. You're standing in front of a vast, foggy ocean. The surface of the water is obscured, and everything feels unclear. But as your third eye opens, you begin to see through the mist, revealing what lies beneath the surface, the rich, vibrant life of the ocean's depths. The fog starts to dissipate, and what once seemed impenetrable becomes a world of clarity and understanding. This is what happens when you begin to perceive through the third eye. You see through the veil of illusion that obscures the true nature of the world. The world we see with our ordinary senses is one of separation, duality, and limitation. We are taught to believe in a world of borders, labels, and distinctions. This is me, and that is you. This is right, and that is wrong. But when we peer through the third eye, we start to see the interconnectedness of all things. The veil of illusion is made up of the beliefs, stories, and societal constructs that cloud our perception. We begin to understand that these are not truths. They are mere filters that shape how we see the world. They limit our awareness and create a sense of separation from the vast oneness of existence. This limited reality prevents us from seeing the truth, the Pingman Group. Ask yourself, what if everything you believe about the world, about yourself, and about others is simply a construct? What if there is another, deeper truth waiting for you to see it? As you gaze through the third eye, you begin to see the oneness that binds all things together. There is no separation between you and another soul, between the mountains and the sky, between the earth and the stars. The third eye reveals a reality where everything is connected and where the boundaries between self and other, between the material and spiritual, begin to dissolve. This doesn't mean that the physical world disappears, but rather that you see it for what it truly is, an expression of a deeper, more profound reality. It's as if you begin to perceive life not as a series of disconnected events, but as a single, flowing river of consciousness, where each moment is a reflection of the divine. As the third eye opens and we begin to see beyond the veil of illusion, a new realm of possibility emerges, the realm of intuition and higher guidance. Do you remember a time when you just knew something without any logical explanation? Perhaps it was a sudden understanding of a relationship or a sense of direction in your life that appeared without warning. This is the power of the third eye at work. It's the ability to receive wisdom, not from the mind, but from the higher self, what some call the inner teacher or higher consciousness. When we awaken the third eye, we become more attuned to this inner voice. It's a soft whisper, a gentle nudge, and it speaks not with words, but with feelings, impressions, and subtle insights. The more we trust it, the more it becomes a reliable guide, helping us navigate life with clarity and confidence. Yet many of us are conditioned to doubt our intuition. We have been taught to trust only what we can see, touch, and measure. But intuition is not bound by these limitations. It is an expression of the deeper, universal intelligence that flows through all things. Knowing this, we can use it as the basis for healthy thought processes and a greater sense of connection. Consider this. What would your life look like if you could trust your intuition fully? What if you no longer second-guessed your inner knowing, but allowed it to guide you with grace and certainty? The third eye helps us to cultivate this trust. As we continue to awaken and refine our inner vision, we begin to receive guidance that is aligned with our highest truth. It's not always loud or dramatic. It is often subtle and gentle. It might come in the form of a dream, a synchronistic event, or a deep sense of knowing that appears in a quiet moment of reflection. Chirpa shopping mall hookers are Cynthia and Pietro Eccentra. Learning to listen to this guidance takes practice, but the rewards are profound. The more we trust the wisdom that comes from within, the more we align ourselves with the flow of life. We begin to live not from a place of fear or limitation, but from a place of trust and surrender to the divine plan. As we continue to explore the realms of the third eye, the journey begins to transform us. Awakening the third eye is not simply about gaining knowledge or seeing things differently. It is about a shift in consciousness that leads to a profound change in how we live. The more we see through the third eye, the more we understand that our perceptions shape our reality. We come to realize that what we believe about ourselves and the world is not fixed. It is fluid, constantly shifting and changing with our awareness. When we live from the third eye, we begin to act with a deeper sense of purpose. We no longer make decisions based solely on logic or external validation, but from a place of inner wisdom and intuitive knowing. We see the world as a sacred mirror, reflecting our deepest truths back to us, and we begin to act with greater compassion, clarity, and love. Reflect on this. What would it feel like to live in complete alignment with your higher self? How would your relationships, your work, your sense of purpose shift if you lived from this deeper place of knowing and connection? This is the transformation of consciousness that the third eye offers, a shift from a limited, ego-driven existence to a life of expanded awareness, inner peace, and divine alignment. How? As we conclude this journey, remember that the third eye is not a destination. It is a process. It is the unfolding of your own inner vision, your awakening to the truth of who you are. It is a continual journey into the depths of your being, where each step brings you closer to the light of your true self. As we reach the end of this sacred exploration, I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect on what has been shared, the deeper truths that have quietly stirred within you. The third eye, that mystical eye of the soul, has begun to reveal its secrets, and yet the journey is far from over. In fact, it is only just beginning. We've ventured into the realm of inner vision, where the ordinary world falls away and a deeper, more profound reality emerges. Through the awakening of the third eye, we've begun to see beyond the veil of illusion, to perceive the interconnectedness of all things, and to trust in the quiet, intuitive voice that guides us from within. This journey, though deeply transformative, is not a one-time event. It is a continual unfolding, a lifetime of discovery. Each step you take deepens your connection to the higher dimensions of consciousness, where truth and wisdom exist beyond the limits of time and space. As you walk this path, remember that awakening the third eye is not simply about gaining knowledge. It is about transformation, an evolution of your very perception of reality. The more you trust the guidance of your inner eye, the more you'll begin to live in harmony with the greater flow of life and with the divine wisdom that resides within you. What once seemed like mere chance or coincidence begins to feel like a purposeful unfolding, where every moment, every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Now, as we part ways for today, I leave you with a few final questions to ponder. What would it mean for you to live a life where the third eye was your guide, not just a tool for insight, but a way of seeing the world, of seeing yourself? Can you imagine living without the limitations of fear and doubt, seeing every experience as part of a greater cosmic dance? What if the mysteries of the universe were always within reach, waiting for you to open your eyes to them? I invite you, fellow seeker, to sit with these questions and let them resonate in your heart. The journey of awakening is not one of instant answers, but of deepening awareness, an ongoing process of discovery. Let the third eye continue to guide you, opening new dimensions of insight, connection, and wisdom with each passing day. Third eye. If you feel inspired by the mysteries we've touched upon today, I invite you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts, your questions, and your experiences in the comments below. What has your own third eye revealed to you so far? What questions still linger in your heart? Your voice, your insight, and your unique journey are an essential part of this collective awakening. And if you feel called to continue exploring, to dive deeper into the mysteries of the soul and the vastness of existence, don't forget to subscribe and share this journey with others who may also be seeking the truth beyond the veil. The path is ever expanding, and we are all fellow travelers in this grand, cosmic adventure. Until we meet again, keep your eyes wide open, not just the eyes that see the world, but the eyes that see the universe within. The third eye is always there, waiting patiently to guide you into deeper realms of understanding, if only you dare to look. And as always, the journey continues, one step at a time.